getting it started. You got a lot of CIS names. It's the South American and CIS-based rosters. You got an international spice in there from Cloud9. A Machine, joined by Chad Sponge Birchall. 1xBet still believes Gambit has it, despite the odds getting all the smaller against MIBR. And it's Shiro looking for early info. We're on train for the defense, and Knife was one, so Gambit starting on this defense. Let's see if they can start not only with a Knife victory, but a pistol.
Hobbit nade through the window there has actually done a chunk of damage to Zanoko, so he's down to 49 as they still set up for this B hit. Utility about to fly on through the skies. This flash of Yell to enable the low ramp access, teaming out upper and lower, and Hobbit caught with nades out.
Yeah, and Shiro doesn't manage to finish the job onto any of his targets through upper. Hobbit's having a bit of a tough time as well connecting, and now with the bomb down, MIBR are set for success. There is a late flank, but especially considering Hobbit's death now, they are going to be checking for it. They've got all the resources they need.
Got to win a fight or two here. Nafany kept too busy, but it's not going to be enough. You can see the smoke for the defuse, but they can't even get close to the bomb.
No, no way. Noko's low, may get caught on one of his jiggles, but the round is won. MIBR taking it.
Simple stuff there, isn't it? One flash, jump into the site, get the bomb down, deny any of the access, and even hunting.
It was interesting to note that, you know, they had all that info off of Nafany's main push, and they were still hesitant to overcommit towards inner. I wonder why that was. Now, Shiro, of course, pushing into halls early, getting that info, perhaps assuming that that would be some, you know, pivot towards pop or re-clearing towards main, but no, they just pause a sec, set everything up, and go on a flash.
Well, they're actually force buying here, Gambit. Axial's been given a Famis. I want to take a look and see who's dropped that one over to him. Have a nade for him as well, some deagles, a scout being given to Shiro, so they're setting their stars up for this one.
Interesting.
They can bounce back with a CT-sided force buy. Early nade towards main, nobody home to receive that as Cello's tucked in. Looks like Axial's purchased his own Fama there, so facilitated by staying alive on the pistol round.
One click is all Hobbit needs, but to the belt. And Shiro lucky to get away, actually, to be honest. The bullets are there, and so's Danako straight down the ramp to hold the rotate. He knows he's got the weapon for the job.
Good pressure here. Oh, should have had that one.
Shoulda, coulda. Cello, oh, he's pipping the gap so perfectly. Danako's lucky to not go down. That one FAMAS bullet through the smoke brings him down to just 4. Bolts from upper to support. Bomb's not there yet. It's Cello basically calling that the rotate's gone down, and this is a wide open site. This force buy from Gambit has landed right into them. 2 early frags is all it takes, and well, they can walk away with this one. Nafany is going to be hunted. Bolt's looking to do more financial woe. And there we have it. Axel defends his honor.
How much do they want to hunt this? Probably hold on to these upgraded Galils and AK just here. Yell still having a look in, wanting to make their round number 3 a little bit easier. Nafany silent on the ladder, so not sure how much has been heard as Yell. A lot of talking about what's being cleared. That's the difference between MIBR having a walk in the park or having a tough third round. Looks like they're going to lay down their guns, not going to chase. Bomb is about to explode. Will that thrust them forward? No. So interesting one. After Gambit won IEM Katowice, they played in Snow Sweet Snow, where when you're a team of that seed, you normally get straight into the quarterfinals, right? That's where they started, and that's where they finished, losing to Copenhagen Flames. Here are the 2 maps that they lost in that series. Train and Overpass.
Ah.
So the 2 tail end maps here in today's series, Train and Overpass. Train being the 3rd. Overpass for Gambit, we saw some uncharacteristic mistakes potentially coming out for them there.
Yeah, and just also MIBR's willingness to go for these just long, completely silent contact walks. They just walk through the gaps. No walking for Cello. He's been hamstrung. Exile takes him down early. Bolts out E-Box. Wants
they're
to
committed
fight,
here.
and Nafany's taken another head off. Gambit, 2 early frags from this flood
so much
of
damage.
MIBR. There's catching bullets left and right. Nafany's head was just visible. Yell can't finish the job immediately. Has now, though, and Shiro missing his shots. They've turned it on its head. Yell delivers. MIBR, they were questioned, and now they found the answers so low, but with an MP5, or rather, excuse me, the 5.7, SHZ is going to have no issues there at all. 3 for MIBR.
Oof. All right.
It will be pulling out all of the stops into this one, but yeah, that started so strong. Let's see this duel from Dinoco. Swings out on the E-box into Axile. It was Yell that found the impact, though. This second frag.
It's 3 on 5, right? That one right there for Gambit to drop as well. I know it was just a force by scenario, but very well handled here from MIBR at low HP. And that's important to win. You can see the coach knowing just the conversion of that one right there. That is the difference. It's the T side of Train. You know, you have to fight for every round and Yell over the flames. Already aggressive.
Perfect.
Later, Inters
caught. Yell already in the backtracks, and he's hitting more shots. He spanked Axile down to 50. The warning shots, however, are fired back. Nafany denies Dinoco's progress. Yell is deep into backtracks now. The CTs are finding more trouble. From behind, this aggressive AWPing. SHZ provides another. And poor old Shiro.
Nowhere safe for Shiro there, was it?
MIBR's T-side is looking so potent.
It's a ferocious start from Yell as well. That level of aggression on Ivy. It's a solo maneuver.
You don't see that. You really don't see that at the highest level of play, taking such a gamble. But you can see that the thought process behind it as well. You know that the fact that we aren't expecting it, that CT Inters pulling out his smoke just a little extra lackadaisical, felt like he could drop that and walk away. And it looks like Yell, with 2 frags from the backtracks, has single-handedly pulled MIBR into a 4th.
Oh, but shown a little bit too much shoulder there. So spotted towards spawn, but given the buffer right now to save. Bomb's got about, I don't know, 5 seconds left. The hunt is too far away to make this one possible.
Cello gave it a good go. Charged into the inner sight.
Were you more of the C's or D's in school?
I was consistent C's and B's.
Yeah, that was me too. Just getting past, just skimming through. Doing the assignments on Sunday night, due Monday morning.
Yeah, dude, the power of the pressure of the due date. The only thing that could get me to fully activate.
They should have always just given us a task and told us to have it handed in the next day.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do anything for the 2 months they gave us.
Well, there's some people that would do with the absolute opposite. I had people that would go and ask what the final like dissertation topic would be at the start of the year.
Oh, this is university.
Just so they could start writing it ahead of time. Just so they could, you know, start thinking about it while they're doing the lectures.
They're those people who get up in -3 degrees while it's snowing outside or something and go for a jog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
They track their BPM.
They're doing pretty well then.
Yeah.
I'm envious of that kind of a mindset. Well, for Gambit, Alex, this is a very rocky start, just considering how some of these rounds it's felt like they've either had the players in the right place or they've even had kills that have put them in a power position to win a round. We'll have to wait till the rifles come out again, but first gun round didn't look pretty. That forced buy or saved gun loss didn't look pretty either. And now this buy, well, let's see if they can put some makeup on a pig. We've got a couple of Deagles, Scout and an M4.
Surely that's Nafany's Fraggle Day of the Week.
Did Cello see a tiny toe? Guess not. They're going to be.
Yeah, has a chance here. And he does manage to do 1.5. That could be enough, especially now Inters has taken the head off of Yell. Hobbit trades onto the last of Inner. And it's only the Ivy Lurk. Gambit steal one away.
Nafany there thrust them in towards that B site maybe a bit quicker than they wanted, right? The fact that he gets that main kill, MIBR already knows space is taken. When is the flank coming? Let's try and force the issue, get some trades and give us some room. And there you go. Gambit with probably their worst buy yet, actually pull it across the line. So this is their chance to flip the script. MIBR back into a buy round themselves.
It felt like they had all the pre-aims in the right place for that ramp descent as well. Like that Deagle didn't even find the first bullet headshot regardless though. Gambit back into contention.
Deep molly into main and Nafany wants info too. Flashed in.
Oh, and they've got it. Nafany makes it clear. Makes it very clear.
Let's be careful around that smoke.
Yeah, I've seen him find great success on this boosted pallet position. Gets that little extra elevation. Oh, but the smoke was heard. And Cielo finds him, goes hunting. Axile, as it fades, is there for the trades. We do see a 2-2 split of resources for MIBR. They do want to retake main, but it's smoked at the moment. Pop Dog taken. Shiro pulling nades. And that will send Dinoco straight back up the ladder.
They've left main now.
It's going to be a very telling round, Chad.
Yeah, it depends on how much time MIBR want to spend looking for Pop and main control, right? Knowing that Those two positions are currently contested, and they're backpedaling all the way towards Yard. Only one player. That will be Bolt staying towards the brown holes, but this is a clear indication that it will be an A finish. They have plenty of utility to pull off and execute, right? You can see here these smokes on their side. Can do bomb train, connector. Can even give you a lurky boy smoke to get out main or pop. Main's cleared now, so first checklist being ticked off. Gambit are really passive now.
30 seconds. We saw way back on Inferno, the clock can get the better of MIBR. This is the angle. Axar can deny the bomb on Dinoco.
Oh!
Dinoco that comes out on top.
It's a big fight to win.
Get the bomb down now. That's so much more space. Intus from Sandwich is potentially going to play spoiler, and he's actually caught Yal. Oh, more than just Yal. It's nearly all three. Shiro will steal it away, but regardless, the deal is sealed. That's 2 for Gambit.
Good way to bounce back. MIBR with another plant should be able to facilitate yet another gun round, so not out of the woods just yet again, but still need to stabilize here in this first half of the final map. See the scores on the doors in your top right, 16-9 on Inferno, MIBR's pick. MIBR bouncing back in a tightly contested affair, 16-13, and now here we are again. So at least we're getting a competitive series to kick off Group C. Other big names in this one, Na'Vi, Furia, Team 1, Cloud9, all yet to play. You'll see them later today. Can MIBR, they did a great job of not allowing Gambit to establish too much of an economy over there on Overpass. Let's see again. Fast out main this time.
Okay, Dinoco's got some wind behind his sails. He is charging straight in, suppressing Flash. But he's gone through it. Straight up green train. Cello already draws blood. Through the molly. That's the punish. Axel reacts in time.
Oh!
Intus has caught one through the smoke as well. It's all Gambit in the feed. One comes back through the nade. It's Bolts and Cello. From the grave, his nade did strike. Only Yell partnered up with the Deagle and has recovered a FAMAS. Won't get to use it, though.
Nice from Inters.
And now just the one man and a dream. Plenty of time, but already info gathered. He'll grab a fresh mag and won't be able to retrieve the bomb just yet.
Now that he disappears, they know we were last spotted main, right? He can rotate wherever he wants. We can see over towards the box holes, but they need to consider Ivy late. They need to consider main, even a flank around through connector. So how do Gambit want to stack up on this one? Utility is good for Cello. Needs to find another avenue here, and Hobbit is the man waiting on the other side.
It's a very, very tight line. Nearly has the spray in response, but that will be the 3rd consecutive round now for Gambit's defense. And it does put MIBR on notice. That's the frag, honestly. Like, Dinoco could have caused a whole lot of chaos, and the fact that Axel even pulls a second out of the bag, shuts down Bolts, and then from the grave, the martyrdom perk did kick in. For once, it wasn't me that's dropped something in the studio.
What did I drop?
I don't know, it sounded important.
I don't have anything in me pockets.
Is it a phone?
No.
Oh, anyway. Probably a chair.
Maybe it was a coin. I'll look for that one after.
Loudest coin I've ever seen. We do get a Zeus, love that, live for that. No one's gonna give him what he wants. Nor I.
Well, Gambit will tie things up here, surely. I don't see this one going too wrong.
I do want to see SHZ with his already naded and shot at body stand tall with the Zeus. Get the Chad Birchall Zeus sound effect. It's... yeah,
I'm ready.
Clear that.
Here we go, I'm ready.
Oh.
You know I'm always ready.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Not just a soundboard.
No one knows what they are anymore.
Soundboards.
That was like back when the internet wasn't full of normies.
Ah.
We had soundboards, they were cool. Had the helicopter game.
A lot of stick figure fighting clips.
Shockwave flash stick figures.
That's true, yeah.
And
there was so many of those websites, wasn't there, that had those little mini games on it?
Oh god, yeah, of course.
I don't even remember the names of half of them.
Mini Clip used to spend time in Crazy Monkey games.
Oh yeah.
Remember that little adrenaline bike one where you had to do like the backflips and collect the little orbs?
There was a bike one where your bike was kind of like stretchy.
Well, kind of, you could get your wheels caught on. And,
yeah, and yeah, I forget what that one was called. This is back before, this is in school kids where the PCs wouldn't run the Counter-Strikes or the Quakes or the Unreal Tournament.
Do you think they do that now? Like, you know in IT Club when we were playing our Shockwave Flash games, they're like straight up Minecrafting now.
I think they should do, right?
Yeah, you would be,
I would hope so. Minecraft is actually...
like, that's just a little JavaScript thingy-majiggy, isn't it?
I've never played it, but I do hear that, you know, there's a bit of controversy in the Minecraft community.
Listen now, Chad, you've been into the Valheins, you've been chopping the trees and mining the bricks.
We love a good tree chop.
You've been crafting and making tables and lining up your benches right and making sure your carrot farm has a nice fence around it.
Getting a new castle at the moment.
You can't throw stones towards the Minecraft community anymore.
I'm excited to see, well, things out of Minecraft, but as well this round, because MIBR have got the big guns out now. There's no emissions. It's not Yell on a Deagle, it's Yell on an AWP. And he was an impact player when they dismantled Gambit on the first gun round.
It's like he wants them to throw that util, spray those boards. Again, Nafany just trying to have that element of surprise. He's got a nade with Bolts' name on it. No one taking a point of damage just yet. They got like a 3 floaty Ivy hold. It's interesting.
Yeah, and that's the pressure point as where Gambit lost the first gun round. So backing them up early, and with that early smoke as well to deny Yell any pressure. But this is just MIBR waiting out for that early pop utility, Ivy utility, and main utility. Now with a minute 10 left on the clock, they're rejigging this one.
Okay, I'm intrigued to know where that first point of contact will be.
They have all their smokes left, which tells me we might see a bit more of a set piece. We could do bomb train smokes. We could also do connector and Ivy smokes to try and isolate some fights.
And here come the smokes. This will be the go. Axile on Sandwich first to be tested. And he wins his duel under a lot of pressure. Won't be allowed to drop the smoke safely. Instead, it's the line. Enters. Just unloads a perfectly controlled spray through the smoke. It connects onto Donoko. Awkward now. Bomb loose, 35 seconds. Sandwich has the bomb. Inters and Nafany responsible for it. It's kind of a crossfire, just based on the jiggles. 25, they still hit pause. MIBR begging for a way back in. Gambit's so good at cutting this noise. Finding this passive stance and yet still getting info on their jiggles. SHZ tries to keep it competitive. It's Inters to deny. And I'm afraid, Bolts, you got no options available. Shiro confirms it. And Gambit starting to string together these competitive rounds. It's 5 in a row. That 4-0 start from MIBR looking like a necessity in order to have a competitive T-half.
Yeah, I think that's why the coach was getting so excited, right, about the...
You highlighted it.
The round they convert, because they're not easy to come by any means, right? And when you have the opportunities with how close this series has been, you have to be converting these. Now, you could see the execute that they opted for late. Nafany, as you rightfully so pointed out, was very aggressive towards Pop. So we actually had, I think, the T's throw a Pop Dog smoke there to lock him in. He wasn't in there at all. They dropped back to a very passive stance. So MIBR were clearing corners that were already clear, unfortunately.
He loves it. I mean, it's definitely going to cause someone to hold the Pop Dog push. Hobbit, deep incendiary, so they've been kind of corralled back into a very passive stance. If anyone had a nade for the top of Pop, it could do damage. But now smokes, incendiaries, it's going to keep them at bay. What's Hobbit got next on his agenda? Oh, it's a nade. So as that smoke fades, he plans to try and dunk on their heads.
Good nade.
Bang. And in they come. Oh, Shiro! A quick scope to keep himself alive. Bolts has been dealt with as well. Hobbit double. SHZ, just the one. Smoke will keep eyes drawn. But their way back has been, for lack of a better word, left open. So trying to sell this or even push on this.
Yeah, could be committing here.
Axile's ready. Oh, a little bit of a chance. Some shots are missed, but it's Axile eventually dealing with it. Neat and tidy. 6 in a row. Gambit trying to regain and jostle full control here.
I know that MIBR got stifled in the box holes there, but I really like their approach, right? In the sense that they just waited out all those early nades, and then as they went down low ramp, the reason that it was so impressive Shiro hits this shot is because they had someone playing Fireman to put out that molly. As we can see from this angle, it's not completely put out. So my point, maybe not as potent as I was hoping, but my point was that MIBR, they had the right protocols to deal with the utility as it came in, right? So they could pounce and be as explosive as possible. Yeah,
and holding that close ramp as an AWP is not seen as the most ideal route.
Here's the Ivy pressure again, right? This is where Yell had success onto Inters before, and Inters is having a good game so far.
Yeah, he hasn't been dismayed after the aggressive AWP maneuver. It's not like he can pull that one off twice.
And he's used his smoke here a little bit earlier than last time, so won't allow them to creep up on them, and actually falling on back to a different angle. So this is not going to give up the pick towards Ivy by any means.
Yeah, I think he's definitely been once bitten, twice shy about that whole fandango.
What's 4 players so close towards main and Pop right now for Gambit? Sandwich had 3 players on the radar for 1 second there.
So ready for this, just constantly moving around. Nafany takes main, which causes Shiro to rotate inner.
Bombs towards Ivy, so definitely looking like a yard split here.
And that gap, I mean, Intis is holding it from the top of green. You can see he's responsible for it.
Shiro picks it up if they slip the net, right? Shiro will go back through spawn and play CT stairs. So Intis really just has to spot it and be the canary.
And just as they arrive, Nafany has a smoke to play around.
Have to push through it.
Oh, and if they do, he's in the best off angle. The close corner is their priority. And you can't even fault them. Expecting the trade, the smoke's still up. He wants to drop another. That's the end of Cello. And caught through the smoke, completely grey screened. He gets pantsed by Nafany. It is only Yell. And 7 now for Gambit, locking it down. MIBR, you could see they just ran into the smokes there. Like, their options were so limited based off upon the rotations of Gambit.
Yeah, and you've highlighted it on the maps that we've seen so far. Inferno and overpass the CT setups of Gambit. Here's one, we called it before it happened, but that's exactly what happened, right? Shiro plays Hump. As soon as the Ivy position gets given up, or could be a threat, he rotates the CT spawn. So not only is Counter-Strike a game where you need to focus on your own crosshair, you need to understand how all the working parts of your teammates are moving, and Gambit on their CT side always seem to have that under control, right? It doesn't ever look like there's a problem. Understanding those rotations is either theory that you have done for hours and sitting in a server. This is how we move. We're doing this setup. If we have this control, this is what we need to watch. Or it's somebody micromanaging the bunch. And if Nafany's calling this stuff on the fly off the information his teammates are giving to him, huge props right there. But MIBR with another timeout. Their money middle of the pack. The max loss bonus. Oh, that was interesting. Is in play right now. So they should be taking a bit of a partial investment here. Deagles, CZ for Cello, Armor for 4 of the 5. Yell holding on to extra cash for the AWP. Let's see if MIBR can keep this one interesting. A kill or two, a plant, that's what we're looking for. Ivy pressure early again, so really just forcing this smoke out of the hands of Inters within the first 20 seconds of the round. That is a great pressure point to do so. Usually the CTs are bunched up towards main and pop, and there they are, straight into the sight of Nafany.
They're just always ready to fight. You want to take a fight, there's 3 of us there.
It's always such a hard area to deal with. You're not going to
find that fair one-on-one that you're dreaming of. Certainly not with Gambit's constantly, like, elastic defense.
It's always a link player, right? There's always somebody who can trade, somebody who can fill the gap if you miss your shots or if you get blind.
Constantly talking about it. Big smile on Nafany's face as he's been given the gift of a dead Cello.
Even with this setup right here, right? Like Nafany splitting towards Pop, Axel towards main, they can both help each other. Just like that.
Yeah, perfect example. And if you think you've got Axel on his own, you'd be right. There we have it. Nearly the perfect CT round, but regardless, their bank is getting a little too full. In fact, Nafany's closing in on max money if he's not careful in this next victory.
It's always good when your AWPer has 15k and can drop rifles for your teammates.
So the only rounds MIBR have won so far on this T side are the pistol, its conversion, and Yell's backtrack AWP double.
Yeah. Now, replicating that, not easy by any means. We did see the round where Danoko got out main and was able to do the Carrigan maneuver around the smokes. He also had one where he started to peel around the back of bomb train through a molly. So there are options for them to get room early.
Yeah, I saw Cello as well. Like, once there was enough pressure from Pop, he can really work and worm his way through sandwich smokes and catch players with their backs turned. It certainly has been. There's evidence of it. You can see the stats. Wow, 2 players already averaging 100 ADR. Averaging ADR doesn't really feel like a necessary sentence, but...
Well, the 6 in the row right here, they've got 8 in a row, but out of the 6 in a row, no plants. That's going to make things more difficult for MIBR here. And they have facilitated the AWP for Yell. So let's see, do they go for that same kind of move? Do they see if they want to punish Ivy again? If so, what's the response from Gambit? Or is it the 5-lane E-box smoke with the standard play for room towards yard? The latter is a lot more risky, right? You're going to be in it real quick. And we'll see the smokes over the wall.
Yeah, they're fast. And Cello, this time, catches a bullet. Oh, you can't disrespect the flames now. There's nades on your nose. 11 HP. And Gambit knows.
He's still hanging around, so the room is good. It's going to facilitate teammates, just playing for info.
Up on green train and damage inflicted enables Shiro to be completely caught off guard. Danoko, he's delivered a second as well with their powers combined, but from behind, Nafany, he massacres 3. In the blink of an eye, it becomes competitive once again. Hobbit,
has to win this.
He knows. But caught just as he mantled. SHZ shuts him down. It's only Nafany. He'd have to clutch up. And it's not to be. SHZ with 3. My lord. That nearly was a hero moment from Mr. Nafany. He still has got max money. He'll have to splash the cash. Let's see this one again. One, and then the double spray. It's satisfying as hell. Doesn't find the necessary though. You can see Hobbit just on the lip of the bomb. Lost his accuracy. Wow, 5, and that's going to get the coach out of his chair again. If they can find another, this is going to be a tremendous T-haul.
Yeah, well, they've broken that streak, and Yell's doing the run boost again. Look at this.
Woo!
Getting a lot of pace on that one. And he's doing the same maneuver once more. He's going to be ahead of that smoke.
Uh-oh, that's main lost early. SAZ is a big scalp to take early for this piece. And those Ivy players have to acknowledge the potential gap. A deep smoke from Axile will deter them. I say that as he knives towards it. Ugh. Pop and main.
Everyone looking at a grey screen right now.
Yeah. Vision's restored. Shiro responsible for pop. No one's actively holding main. Dinoco's safe as well from that incendiary.
They might not know he's close with that type of a molly.
Yeah, there's an element of surprise to his play now.
Oh, rotating B heavy. Gaps now.
Thinking about it, Cello walks out, as does Dinoco on the smoke. They don't have the info now. Shiro's hit a quick flick, and it's provided a second by Inters. Yell trying to push the issue, trying to catch a trade. He can't find the line. They're into the site now. Bolts are on E-box. More nades, great angle, nearly the second, but Shiro quick, very quick to the trigger, and it's a third for the AWPer as well. That first one started and ripped the foundations from that T-side push. 9 for Gambit, and hunting the double digits into this one. It's not going to be all AKs. It's going to be some weird sacrifices in here as well.
So 2 gun rounds is what MIBR posted in this first half here. And I actually think with the scoreline at what could be 10-5, 9-6 either way, they're still a very respectable first half. We'll have to wait and see what they have in store for the CT side, but they've done it the hard way. Got the rounds out early, and now they've been struggling on through. Fast out main again. Danoco, Mac 10, straight on down through the smokes, weaseling around, and Cello's here too.
Oh! Axile catches a freebie. Dinoco fully flashed.
Cello's got so much space here.
Does. Oh, and he's fired off a warning shot. They might be able to piece that one together again. Inters may not be aware. Neither's Axile. Oh, this is huge. 3 unaware Gambit CTs. Behind them both.
Wait,
Shiro doesn't even know. Shiro doesn't know. He goes down. Cello finds a double. And Yell's making it competitive after all. That was nuts. Seeing it from Shiro's POV. Good catch from Rushley.
Could see him for days.
Could see him right in front of him. Just couldn't believe it.
I don't think anybody could. What a ballsy play from Cello there.
Up the ladder, he just assumed his teammate was heading up green train.
This is a huge shot for Yell to hit, and not an easy one to be ready for.
Especially against an AUG. Oof. You want to look away from the screen. 10. Gambit have found the double digits, heading into the attack. MIBR back against the wall, but third map for defense.
Stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer
1,
to
drive.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it. Round the world and back again. Ready, let's go.
Hey Future Pros. Today I enlisted the help of Chad Sponge Birchall to bring you all this train one-man execute to take Ivy. To do this mini execute, you will need a smoke, flash, and a molly. First, you will use your flash to stop any aggression from the CT side. Then hop onto this railing and jump over to the other side. This will make you much harder to hit when crossing. Once across, wedge yourself into this corner. Line up your smoke as shown and run a few steps and throw. After, hop up onto this railing, line your Molotov up with this light, then throw the molly. And just like that, you should be able to take complete control of Ivy in a very safe manner. Let us know how it works and good luck.
Gambit looking to return to the glory of Katowice. It is a testing one, a full 3 maps no less, and with 5 rounds posted on their T side, MIBR are certainly up for contention. It is going to be a competitive second half, one can only hope. And definitely seemed like we saw a bit more flashes of the Gambit we saw on Inferno, but we're into the second half of our final map of the first game today. Opening day of Group C for EPL's 13th season. Spun J on the mic.
That's me.
Nafany straight out with a Molotov for Z. That's going to force them to commit. And hang on, that might stop them.
Be fake.
With a fake, yeah, exactly. Hobbit's going to make them feel like they have to rotate. They've lost the sight, they haven't seen the bomb, but they feel the pressure.
Oltz is actually staying very calm.
And now here he sees them all flooding into the site. Nafany has got to E-box.
He wants to go in and now. He wants to run E-box to B. I can see it in his eyes.
He wants to throw the ball.
Oh. Thanks, boss, I guess.
That's funky. Hobbit's actually killed the B player, and now the bomb's going. So if Nafany can try and sell this and even find a frag, that is brilliant. Axile's provided. To his left, he's going to be hunted. Axile hasn't hit the shots that Nocco has.
This is ludicrous.
This
There's
is
only
madness.
one player on B.
The bomb is going down. Cello's already on the fastest of flanks up. Pop. Shiro from I.
What is going on?
This is wild. He's going to get him.
Now they need to get over to B. Help out Inters. Help him out now.
Flooding in. Inters, what have you made of, my man? He's got pushes from either side. Does have the elevated angle to deal with. Nocco doesn't hit his shot, and it's going to be another Axile frag. Gambit. Turn it around. That one was kooky. Chad is looking absolutely perplexed.
Like, talk about...
You can hear it in his voice. The face, I wish I could show you.
I knew it. Look, two things that were really good. Bolt's not panicking, calling on over rotation. As soon as you get any contact and you're playing retake B, you just go, yeah, they're on B. And then the rotation comes and it all collapses. That didn't happen. They stayed put. They actually did the right thing. But Nafany, the madman, has gone, hold up a second. I've been practicing my throw. Come grab this one, Inters. You go plant on your own while me and Shiro don't help you at all. And then there's flanks on flanks and rotate. It was just madness.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that Hobbit did get all that space and proceeds to not only hold on to it, but find the frag as Inters is on his way. Well, that one's going to hurt. MIBR have conceded a very funky pistol round.
I'm not sure if this one's going to hurt more. I'm sure they're still confused as to what happened last round. We might need to watch the tape back to just double check everything. But now that they've forced ball in, if they don't win this round or at least hold on to these guns, Gambit might be sailing through to the victory on train.
So you know Danoko's pushed up. You know it's a possibility at least. You haven't actively battled for control of it. But where does the frag come from? If you give it to him round the corner standard, pre-fires, you're running the risk of walking into that double click to the groin.
Well, Yellow pivot as soon as Danoko starts shooting here. So they do have multiple eyes that could be on main. Keep that in mind.
Nafany, Mac 10. Might even try and implement a bit of a jump here to draw the crosshair. And it works.
Here comes the scout. Oh, he's moved out of position.
Yeah, he can't respond in kind.
Oh.
Now he does. It's Shiro catching one. Chipping away at them. Deagle's very lethal. Long range, not the best weapon for the job. It's SHZ to fall next. Nafany trying to take some space. He's very loud about it, though.
Needs to be careful here.
I think he wants to try and stop the boost, but they're already up. And Cello has a real opportunity. A great headshot Shiro falls, Yell behind, takes his time. No one knows, finally reacted. Hobbit provides his first, and
10
Bolts
seconds.
has been dealt a dud hand. He can't deny the plant, he can try. Exile finds the crucial frags, and Gambit are sprinting towards the finish line here off the back of Force Buy. That does mean 13 looms.
Oh, dearie me. So MIBR will have to take the save right here. Yell wanting to keep his bank balance as flushed as possible to get that AWP out and help contest. There was a moment where they got chaotic, right? The smokes were starting to fade. MIBR reared their heads. They had a couple of tags already. Nice edge again. Well, 12-5. We did see Gambit take a little while to close out on Inferno, so there's always a chance that if they get to that 13, MIBR can slow them down. Early nade towards the bomb train. There's just fast out onto Yard. Look at this, Nafany again, really quick stuff. Shiro's even operating with a Mac 10 in this one, and Hobbit from Pop, well, he'll steal a couple of easy ones.
Off the ladder. Oh. Is that a Golden Immortal sticker? Yeah, it is.
Major Grand Finalist right here, Mr. Bolts.
VP Immortals.
Quite the final. We have a couple of those anomaly. They seem like they're happening more and more often, right? Where it's like, well, actually, no, let me try and rephrase this. Normally, it's Astralis who make it to the final, and the team that's versing them is not the team we want to be playing against them.
That's one option.
And then before that, the good teams were struggling to make it to the finals in some of the occasions as well. So it's just a major. Maybe it is the any given Sunday type thing. Kind of ruins it for me. It's like when they're at the biggest event and it's like, oh, you telling me we won't get to see Astralis versus Na'Vi, or we won't get to see? Yeah, thanks, guys.
I do think that's, yeah, that you can frame it in that way, and I think that's the natural inclination of most of us. But you could also frame it in the way that, you know, the best teams should be beating these teams, and it's
a big task to get there for sure. We build a story, and they break the story.
Yeah, they do. And it's also, you know, a statement of just how highly competitive the world of tier 1 Counter-Strike is.
Goes down to the bomb-year old Nafany, doesn't he?
Boop. Straight into the wall, a little smoke dropped over for Bolts to scoop on up. So, 13, unlucky for some. Plenty of cash in reserves. Gambit looking to throw at themselves a huge leg up into this series.
They're going straight into a B execute here, so standard smokes over to keep these yard defenders busy as they claw info forward. Cello in towards Pop. Danoko's on his side. Yell's already rotated towards B, and well, Bolts is jiggle peeking. So if they tunnel vision straight down low round, they might not be ready for Yell's ult. Here comes the flash to set them up. This will be relatively quick, I think.
Bolts has to drop that
quick.
smoke. Yeah, and they're going straight in. Yell is there, as is Bolts' spray. Bomb delivered. And just like that, everything else hits a standstill.
Didn't open up any room on the other side of the site for players from Gambit either. And with a minute 10 left on the clock, they will have to try and find some room. 4 players now over towards B from MIBR. SHZ is actually in CT spawn, so he would be a later rotation.
They've deployed Exile as the attempted flank, right?
If he gets Cello here and Pop Dog, then it's going to start at least making the round costly. They should pin him down and go for this kill. The 2 players above Pop.
Ah.
Wow.
Well, that couldn't have worked out better for Cello. Nice little nade, letting them know we're on our way.
This is a save already, so I like the fact that Cello's being active here. Gambit are not the type of team to force the issue in a 2-on-5. But if they get denied real estate to save in, at least we'll have an interesting final 10 seconds. Checking it out, the fridge. Go back up there, Rush. Show everybody what's at home. We got a telephone, we got a fridge.
The break room.
There's some coffee.
Yeah, you can see that this is actually what our kitchen looks like in Malta. The 3 different kitchen towels for various salsa spillages.
Yeah, you order as much of that as you can get.
Bulk, multiple absorbents.
Cards on the table too. We do have decks of cards, but we've never actually used them.
Nah. Imagine if we had friends and could like invite them over and play drinking games, maybe do like a Ring of Fire type situation.
In the future, maybe.
That'd be cool. 2024,
I think, is the deadline.
We'll aim towards that. Start socializing. Hi, have you heard of Counter-Strike? Yeah, I just talk about it every day.
Yeah.
You haven't? Well, I've got nothing to say. All right, okay.
Oh, real life things? Oh, okay, cool.
Can't relate.
Well, we try.
Round 20. Final map. First series of the day. There's more to come. Get to see Cloud9 in action.
It's only 2,400 loss bonus for MIBR in the next round, so they really need to hold on to this one. Cannot start letting them slip here in their early-sided CT campaign.
It looks identical to the previous, except Yell, he's going to get a lot of info off the back of that. Denied this time, just by Exile existing. The fact he's throwing nades stops him going for the full info peak.
Up to a lot of nades there as well. Still close towards Pop Dog. So jostling for position right here. Nafany was a bit of a fiend on the CT side. Cello's trying to do his best. Yeah, Nafany's been denied that pop control there. Bullets through the smoke. Then the clock simmered down as Hobbit's trying to bait some more utility out of the B bomb site. High ramp smoke comes in. And Bolts is playing retake again. So when he's on his own, Bolts is doing this a little bit differently, just tucked all the way back. You can see on top of this ladder, he can see low ramp as he jiggles up and down, and high ramp. So all he's playing for is information here is Bolts.
Yeah, and he can just also, if any bullets come his way, just release that with a jump, fly off, and be relatively unlikely to go down. Hard shot for anyone to hit, never mind a rifle.
They have found a gap over towards Ivy here. So Axial was here at the start with that early exchange of nades. They knew that there was the aggression, and Yell is actually holding this from the mid train. So Slither gap to deal with, but if they smoke off and go backlines, MIBR can be overwhelmed.
Yeah, one's already slipped the net, but Yell connects. Oh, it was a chance. Nafany, he's caught the AWPer, and Nafany again elevated. He could find Denoco, but surely not.
They need to take down SHZ.
They do. Shiro has the timing, can't find the trade though. He's got the AWP, a quick reaction. Shiro does live to tell the tale, needs a quick one with the Deagle, but not to be. MIBR will take a 7th, and thank you very much, SHZ. They're poor.
Very much so here, isn't it? And the buy right now for Gambit could be a partial, could be a limp in, a hero AK. 30 seconds on the clock as they hit the go button and just dealt with very, very easily here. MIBR starting to build that bank now. 2 players did survive. And it will just be pistols from Gambit. So no hero AK. You know, Axial could have purchased into one. We could have had one on Hobbit. They're just really keeping this one honest so that everybody has all the utility they need. And if you have a pocket strat, next round might be the time to do exactly that. The CT setup we've been seeing, Cello and Danoco close up towards Pop and Main. You get SHZ as the Ivy defender. He's going to help out towards the Hell position as well as Sandwich. And then Yell gets to do whatever the bloody hell he wants with the AWP as the rotator. So over towards B this time, finds a quick opening onto Hobbit. And back and forth they pace. So Gambit now with just these pistols, really having a chat, just taking their time, having a bit of a breath. Maybe they're starting to get hungry. It's lunchtime, right?
Yeah, I just had some croquettes. I think that's how you say it.
Yes, the potato bad boys.
Yeah, it's like a potato chicken nugget.
This should be a slaughter here in main. Nafany leading the way straight into the crosshair of Danoco. And yeah, this should be handled very easily. They weren't offered any chances to find some picks. There's one.
And the rotate is coming in nice, thick and fast. There's no way in. Great shot. Shiro's provided one. Perhaps they're about to kick this door down. Would need another 30 seconds. Not going to be given. They know exactly where he is. He's been hitting some good shots, but they keep him honest with those deagles.
Yes, more than I think they were worth right there. That was some nice shots.
And don't forget that they really, really did not invest into that. So they're going to have every single weapon and nade they could desire. Inter's a couple of sacrifices, just missing the one. But if ever there was a chance for Gambit to return to their winning ways, it's been a 3-round slew from MIBR.
MIBR managed 2 gun rounds in the first half, right? Gambit so far have 0 gun rounds under their belt. So it always feels like a matter of time until they're going to crack one, but MIBR are still working on this comeback now. More Ivy aggression. Molly's exchange from both teams. Oh, he's hit it across.
Made to cross. It's SHZ holding for that right side swing.
If they hit
another
B now,
opening frag, Chad.
Yeah, this is becoming a bit of a problem here for Gambit. If they hit B right now, Bolts is in retake, so they know what setup they're working with. Yell is miles away on the rotation. Danoco and Cello are both close main.
Upper is smoked, but Bolts holds the line. He wants the info. Yell will tuck on in. Deep smoke. That's Bolts now responsible. A hard shot. What? Hobbit hits it all the way downtown, and now Gambit have a slight advantage. The numbers equal. Bomb now, however, ticking. And those numbers favor the T's.
Good util from Gambit here. Molly's to work with now to delay this retake.
They got more. They got smokes. They got mollies by the boatload. Danoco's working on a flank. Nafany responsible for it. It's Inter's Shiro, both filling the feed. This gets awkward for the rest. Only Danoco and Ooh, Nafany getting the info safely. We have a 14th, ladies and gentlemen. Gambit put it on the board. First weapon round, and it's pretty clean.
And that's the danger right there of playing that retake setup. You can see Bolts playing for info, gets the info, just can't hit the shot. Caught in transition trying to deal with high ramp. When you're playing a retake setup like this one, here we go. You get
a good shot, I bet.
Hobbit's POV. Get peppered. Oh my Gideon, that is a great shot from Hobbit to recover. Wow, okay. Once you see that.
Mid-air, flashed, and practically still falling when he hits that. That's nuts.
No wonder the timeout comes in from MIBR here. This will be their last timeout in train, their last timeout for the series. And with their money scrapped, they need to talk through what the option is, because Gambit are looking great for 15 here. And yeah, it all came from that, because Bolts' job when he spots is then to contain the lanes. You normally move across towards high ramp, make sure they can't push up oil. Your rotators coming CT and connect and need to be aware of hump.
So
here we go again.
Gets his feet on the ground.
Oh, and it's the first bullet on the ground.
Pure reaction. Pure reaction based on tracer fire.
What a shot.
That's cool. All right, Gambit 14. And yeah, as you highlighted, you've broken it down. It's MIBR putting anything they can possibly find. The best foot forward is, well, it's not particularly appealing. Deagles, CZ, limited armor. Everything Gambit could require, pointing towards a 15th. MIBR here to play spoiler.
Axel wasn't tested on Ivy this time, so he's actually dropped a flash and left it all alone. And they're going back towards B again. Bolts is the only player on the low ramp. Cello in pop. There's no rotator close right now. Are they going to explode? Nope, they're just going to push him back. So simple stuff, bait out of smoke, and you already know that the CTs aren't working with a lot of utility with a type of buy like this. That is a very important smoke to bleed out here. That will be gone with just about 55 seconds left on the clock, and
Feels
all
the
the utility for Gambit. Look at this.
Flash and go. Bolts.
Oh, Bolts.
Faded down, his spray's just narrowly missing.
What are you going to do?
Rotates are coming in though. Denoco, Yell, SHZ, they're all here.
They're faking them again.
No, surely not. Hobbit's all the way up. Damage inflicted. Denoco finds the frag. There's more to be found. Nafany, he's got the bomb to be planted. It's Bolts that rocks the boat. This is a man advantage for MIBR.
There's no kit.
4 for the Brazilians. Got to keep him away from that bomb. No kit is the response. Axal's already found one, but Cello's flank is there. That could put Shiro in the grave. It does. Nearly another. That was the molly on Shiro's corpse. Just need one more from Cello. He knows time is of the essence. Trying to find Inters, and it's the duel won this time by the Russian.
Oh, he tagged him.
Yeah, not enough though. Needed lethality, needed it now. Yell goes down, and 15 is found. They've got Peanuts and Pocketlint to defend their honor.
What a cool approach from Gambit that was. Throw all the nades, just see if there's anybody forcing in close towards the bomb train, maybe over towards the coil, and then as the smoke is just about to fade and the CTs are calling it off, yeah, it's not B, they push through that upper ramp smoke, and you're not going to be ready for a play like that late. Quite the chaotic finish to this one right here, as buying in the final round of play. MIBR only had themselves 1900 as a loss bonus coming into round number 24, and it feels like all hope has been sucked out of the room. Coach in the background, not jumping up and down, a bit more of a somber look on his face, and Gambit, just to get across the line, will be taking a tactical timeout of their own. Thereby, compared to that of MIBR's, it is such a contrast. 4 AKs and an AWP against some upgraded pistols, a scout, Denoco with an SMG, an MP9, and Cello yet to buy. It feels hopeless right now for MIBR, but they have been competitive throughout this series. Good stuff from Nafany. In-game leader, fragging up in a storm here. 21 for him, always in an impact position for good info or to deny some territory.
Running away with it. T-side rounds coming in thick and fast. One more is all they need, and posting up Shiro for some success. No bullets connecting just yet. Orb spotted main. Nafany early, very early, and just about weathers the storm of Denoco's SMG. He wins his duel, an early disadvantage for MIBR to overcome. And SHZ responds by tucking into Sandwich. He's been spotted out. Oh, Axile, bit of a turret now. Bodies are dropping, this spells trouble. MIBR, just one man left to defend their honor. It's Bolts, fully disconnected from the pack. Gambit really did manage to take to this T side. And there we have it, it's confirmed. MIBR, they concede their opening game. Quite the opposite, though, for Gambit. Looking to return to former glory.